I sit here as a very proud Indian. The Reliance Foundation is supporting the exhibit, The Tree and the Serpent. India is a cradle of Buddhism. At NMACC, we are promised and have the vision of bringing the best of the world to India. I think India is just at the right place and at the right time. There's so much on Indian culture that is interesting people around the globe. The confidence in India at this moment is so high. The Reliance Foundation is supporting the exhibit, The Tree and the Serpent. It has Buddhist art from, I think, 2nd century BC to the 4th century AD, over 140 pieces. So I'm really, really excited to be here. I think, India is a cradle of Buddhism, and Buddhism is so entwined with Indian ethos. The tree means wisdom, knowledge, and the serpent means protection, and that embodies the Buddhist philosophy of compassion and wisdom. So I think bringing the best of India to the world is what I said at the opening of the Nita Ambani Cultural Center. So we are trying to do this. This is the 4th exhibit at the Met. We started in 2016 with Nasreen Mohammadi, and also at NMACC we are promised and have the vision of bringing the best of the world to India. Right. So I'm kind of just delighted to be here and be a part of this very large exhibit on Buddhist art.
I also learned earlier today that there were a few Met pieces that were at your cultural center back in the days.
Yes.
Are there more plans of getting more of Met exhibits to India, to your cultural center?
Absolutely. I think we are looking at collaborating with various museums of the world to bring art to India. I mean, in the last 2 months after we opened, or 3 months, we've seen footfalls of nearly 5,000 to 6,000 people every day. Just for the 2 exhibits, we had over 1.5 lakh people coming. So I think India is just at the right place and at the right time. And there's so much on Indian culture that is interesting people around the globe.
Yeah. Keeping that thought in mind, I mean, as a backdrop, in your experience, how much influence do you think that India holds in the West today, and how has India's image really changed over the years? You've been coming to New York often. How has it all changed for India, and what people think about India?
I think I can see the transition in front of my eyes. I came here for the first time as a young bride at 21. And today I can say that, I sit here as a very proud Indian. There's been so much of global interest in Indianness, in Indian culture, and so much appreciation for what India holds. And also I think our young Indians are leading the way for this change. I met the Indian diaspora at the White House, and it was really, the excitement of meeting them was palpable. They are doing so well, in healthcare, at NASA, at culture, at media, at businesses. So they're actually leading the way, and so many Indian leaders are heading, international corporations. So I just think that the confidence in India at this moment is so high, and it's wonderful to see this happening.
You just mentioned about the White House, not too long ago you were here in the United States, you attended the state dinner, you did the lunch at the State Department, you really rubbed shoulders with the who's who of America and India. What was it like inside, and where do you think that in the India and US relations stand today, under the Prime Minister's leadership?
I think it is wonderful to experience the deepening of friendships between the oldest democracy and the largest democracy. I think it was a historic visit, and to see exchanges in these two countries, whether it is cultural, business, technology, I think this century, as I always say, is going to belong to the youth of our nation. We have 50% of our population under the age of 25, and it's young girls and boys like you all are, making India shine and proud, and this meeting is only going to strengthen the relationships between these two countries.
When you talk to people, not just the Indian diaspora, but you speak to people who are Americans who follow the baseball game, t-ball, you talk cricket to them, what is the interest like in the United States?
I think it's a growing interest. We have 6 teams in the US now, and at this moment, as I speak, Mumbai Indians is playing a game against the Texas Super Kings.
So overall, it's just there is an interest in America?
Yeah, I think so. In fact, our Prime Minister at the White House State Dinner spoke about cricket, and there are so many people who have invested in these 6 teams. So I'm sure this interest is only going to grow.